So, I think I have a solution to irenicus. Irenicus is a in health. It's a combination of a capable fighter with good armor class and a high level mage. He also regenerates. I can't enchant or dominate anyone in sight there. However, there are some things we can do. Uh, he summons an F3D, which is a sucky fighter, which is a problem because he generates and has a good armor class, so he'll hit pretty much on critical hits. Maybe like a 19 to 20 on dice rolls. It's not enough to, in combination with the fire shield thing, it's still borderline. Is it possible? You basically have to have some kind of leprechaun suppository to pull that off. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is highly improbable, and I don't think I want to even try to do that. In best case scenarios, it'll probably take hours. Uh, I do have another equally great territory horseshit, but I think it has a higher probability of success. We can wish our way out of this. Here's the thing. I've been raising my wisdom in order to get the good wishes. However, what we really probably want is the bad wishes. So I've done a little bit of a preliminary work on this. I basically used a wish bell to wish my wisdom to be 3. It'll go away if I rest or something like that. In preparation to get a horrible end result of a limited wish bell. Because if I do a low wisdom request from the genie of limited wish, it'll spawn vampires on us. So my goal would be to get irenicus in a position where we can sort of throw our fire shielded character against him, and then supplement that damage by vampires. And as much debuffing on irenicus as we can to make the vampires hit better. I think this has a much higher probability of success, because even though the vampires are terrible fighters too, there's more of them. So, and the entire point is to overcome the regeneration rate of irenicus. So we can almost do it, kill it, by using just the F3D. But if we have half a dozen F3D equivalent opponents attacking him, I don't see why we couldn't do it. It's not 100% reliable, but it's much better than trying some kind of a borderline hopeless thing with the F3D. Our first step is to lower our wisdom, which I have already done beforehand. Second step is to separate irenicus from his demon allies. Third is to drain irenicus out of spells, so I don't have to deal with that horseshit. Then
So we are to battle
get
one
the
last
vampires and fight it out. We absolutely need to debuff him though. Even the vampires are enough to kill him if he's fully capable of doing all standard crap. The normal speed regeneration is close to what you would expect from a wolfware, greater wolfware. Nishiru serves 2 purposes. It'll stop irenicus somewhere around this area, and he'll have to use up a death spell to get rid of it. We'll use a Nishiru after that to follow up. I have some sequencers. I have a tank contingency, so when we summon the vampires, I can mostly get them to join my side anyway with the contingency. Then some debuffing spells in a sequencer. Can't save here, so it whole. Yeah, it met the Mishru. Ashar will be sent immediately after. It's he has a decent selection of spells. I don't want the vampires to go there or myself go there when he still has a decent amount of spells left. You're just asking for trouble. Not sure how to deal with the. Should I try to take control of the F3D too? The problem is he probably uses fire attacks, fireballs, things like that, so he would basically ruin the entire thing. I might still take control of him and move him out of the battle arena, just to get rid of him. Yeah, if the Slayer still has Abidalzim's horrid wilting type spells left when the vampires get there, he's just gonna kill the vampires. Finger of Death. Prismatic Spray, I think. F3D is next. Okay. There's a little bit of an if with the limited wish. It'll dispel some of my own guys. Akehashar being one of them. Repeatable wish. I wish to be protected from undead right now. Yeah, I shall have to summon some undead for you to be protected from. Excellent. Okay, I need that. Okay, it wasn't critically a good cast though. Simulacrum. Come on. You have things to do. What can you do? Can you do a Akehashar? No. Control undead then. Oh my god. I need a Akehashar right now. Motherfucking piece of shit. Kill it. And spell failed. Shit. Everything went to shit. Don't have any more. Get them. Yes, I do. Good. to have a Hakehashar and a scroll. Technically it could be an Ishru. I think we fucked up though. We took so long with this because they had amazing luck with the saving throws. And we have more. Yeah, we took too long. He's returned to the demons. Right. We blew it. There's no way for me to separate from his demons anymore. We might still try it. To make sure the vampires are staying where they should. I don't think I can actually ensure that, but whatever. What is it trying to cast? Stun. Yeah, this failed. Okay, I need to order everyone else to just stay here. Please stay here. And we lost control. Yep. It's a very tight situation. We absolutely need to have someone be there for him to kill, otherwise he's just going to go back to his demons, and if that happens, we've already lost. There's no way I can kill him and 4 melee demons.
So we are to battle.
That's a fight that's a hopeless fight.
No more hiding.
Sure how I wish to handle it. I have protection from magical weapons as a scroll. It will allow me to replenish, get another Hakehashar. Go there and entertain him while I'll be harassed by the vampires. The vampires are too wieldy, they basically have a mind of their own. So I need to be very close to them to be able to maintain control. The Hakiashihara goes away, I need to be able to replace it pretty much immediately. I don't want to have a simulacrum or anything else out because I lose everything when I make the wish. Made it wish. I was thinking another thing we might do though. We take control of the Efreeti, would it also be dispelled, probably. So the opening isn't gonna be all that large. I might actually have to do it while visible to the Slayer. It's gonna be tough, but it's not undoable. Cosmetic spray. Yep, and now comes the Efreeti. Okay, got 5 out of the 6, that's not bad. Gonna attack them. Got all of them. Immediate Hakehash please. They're not timer. Be too late already. They were too late. So the moment we lose sight of him, it's basically too late. So I would have to do the undead summoning where he can still see us, so at least there's something for him to react to. Don't think this is a good way to do it. Maybe we should lure the demons to a side passage first. That way it doesn't matter if he returns to the original positioning. Actually, it would be just fine. Yeah, now we're stuck. So we're not quite. We still have things under control, more or less. Where are you going? Now there's Baylor coming at us. The only thing coming at us? Guess that's fine if it's the only thing coming at us. Motherfucker. Oh, you fucking herd of cats. Symbol fear. Okay. They be affected by symbol fear? No. Where the hell did he get his spells back, by the way? Okay, can I lower your resistances to make you more vulnerable to other things? You could do your defenses up. Or resistance, saving throws rather. Vampire's dead. There's not much we can do now. Neither vampires. Everything but you. For fuck's sakes. Vampire is neutral. I don't know why. Spam as much shit at it as we possibly can. Need further debuffs. Mazed vampire. Saving throw, saving throw, saving throw. It's not making any difference to it. Blindness is very much temporary thing. Slowed at least. Yeah, they're getting hits on reasonable values. Which means... not sure if you have defenses up. Case the vampires. Slayer is stricken by a foul disease. He's permanently slowed now. It will make him easier target to hit. What we want is to see if we can stick up blindness on him too. Longer lasting blindness. Vampire dead. Yeah, he's giving out too much damage. We've lost 50% of our damage to him. More. Yep. Basically, he restored himself full the moment we lost contact with him in the battle, or even for a moment, which is absolute bullshit. But what are you gonna do? Without the extra damage from the vampires, there's no way we can take it down.
So we are to battle one last time.
Maybe we should do this a little bit differently. There's one additional thing we could try. Get the vampires in the battle arena before we open the door. They would be hostile, but we wouldn't have to lose our enchantments here. Control of the situation for them would be harder. We also have another way of doing this. Do the summoning thing now. Move 3. Now they're spreading all over the place. Did he reset there? No. So there's still time for us to nail him down. This is the important part. The vampires we can fight off for some time. You actually do need to go. Ignore the vampires. They're not important right now. You can always heal the vampires later on too. Right. Okay, now we've nailed down the Slayer. And the Ashhorn. Guess spell on the Nishru. Ashhorn will last a lot longer. Simulacrum. Don't want him to die, but I don't think I can prevent that either. Get that shit under control. Of course he didn't. Is he back up there? I think he... No, not yet. Yeah, the Hakashar, he's fighting against Hakashar. Okay. So at least that's going away. Motherfucker. I mean, there's like 4 to 5 control undead casts there, and I didn't get the vampire. When there's a good chance you should get all of them at the start of the summoning. That's not the.
So we are to
You're
battle
better
one last
retrying
time.
that than trying to
No more hiding.
deal with that. I need to join the fight fairly quickly. I can't deal with this extensive horseshit of one obstinate vampire trying to piss in my porridge. So we won't summon anything now. We need the vampire situation started first. There's no point having much defenses going on, because we're going to lose them anyway. Right. Now we need irenicus nailed to a place. Simulacrum first. It'll give us more attempts to try to get the 2 remaining ones under control. Yeah, you need to actually go there. Isn't he under control? There we go. Ah, okay. That's a relief. Now, heal me while I cast our first Yashar. And nothing's happened here. He never left. Why? Yeah, he never left this time. Why? I'm hoping he'll go moving around, for fuck's sakes. Moving around, and that's the Hakeashar. Nishru, go there. Try to see if you can nail him down. Ah, this won't last forever. I'm in control over the undead. He's in no hurry to go anywhere. What if I do this? We'll take these guys under control. It's the death spell. Yahashar next. This horseshit resetting and getting everything back ability-wise is what bothers me. I mean, going back there with the demons is one thing, but getting everything back too, that is bad. He should be attacking the... yeah, good. I'll see if I can lure him at least a little bit closer. He still has too many attack spells for me to even bother. Suppose I could spend my time casting some action spells. We at least need him to waste all his area of effect kill spells. He'll throw fire at us later on. At least 4 of our guys will be protected by that point. Akahashar isn't doing shit. He'd still be alive. It's positioned it poorly, right? So everything else is going so greatly. Glad I made that mistake too. Sunfire. Okay, he's now separated at least from the demons. But I've wasted a huge amount of control time with the undead, so this could fail just because of that. Mace, Hakehashar healed. I don't have additional Hakehashars. Yeah. He doesn't have good ways to get rid of them anymore. Just only want to add to his troubles. The faster we get rid of his spells, the better. And oh, it was just my simulacrum that got unsummoned. Worried there for a second. Do I want Written the Spine? Finger of Death. The moment he uses up his what is he gonna use up? Prismatic sprays when we're going to strike. Should be right this second, right? Okay, half of my vampires are somewhere else. We need to remove his spell defenses at the very least. Okay. And we lost control. Yeah. It just did not go our way at all. We shall try to cover from this. Try is the word here. Now they're making their saving throws perfectly. Yep. Absolute fucking horse crap. Yep. I'm not sure that if the Slayer returns to the northern edge, everything turns to shit. But I don't know why he even returns there at times.
So we are to battle one last time. No more hiding.
But the reason I didn't want to cast the vampires initially was because, yeah, we have a limited control amount with them, so we could, but we can't not fight this guy either. So. The problem with this isn't necessarily the same as with the other. Here still things mostly have to go our way, but in a very different manner. Okay. Have the Nishru at least there. The Hakehash are there too. Nishru is dead. Hakehash, please. Is it? Is it? Is it soon enough? Yeah, soon enough. Ah, right. It looks a lot better. We want to drain him out of magic. So another Hakehash, please. Can't get rid of them anymore. Need to join the fight sooner rather than later. I think we want to join the fight now, because we can join it now instead of just waiting. Probably don't want to bring the vampires into it first until he's on out of this basic area of effect attack spells, but we might still go close enough and start bombarding him with magic defense removal spells. Yeah. Fail the Banshee. She's still very early on in this the fight. I don't feel bad about wasting my spells here. What did he cast? Maze. Every hit on Slayer will drain his abilities a little bit. So, what we want is lower his magic resistance and saving throws. Then basically crush him. It's in a good spot as far as I'm concerned. So, haste. Not as good as improved haste, but for a group like this it'll probably be just as efficient. And it'll save me a lot of time. Saving throw slower. Finger of Death. We're very close to being totally out of spells. Another physical defense reduction. Who is he going to cast? Fail casting failed. Right. Let's go. What the fuck are you doing? We have powered blind now that we only have allies there. Cool. Trying to summon something. I hope we can interrupt him. What the fuck are you doing? Anything that sticks. He has some kind of a physical defense going on, I think. So our weapons are infected. Pretty crushing from Slayer, that's no good. Still unharmed. Okay, who did you actually attack? Vampire injured there. I'm pulling back the vampires. Fuck's sakes. Starting his physical attacks. Okay, what the fuck is one of our vampires doing? Slayer slowed. Good. Let's try to get permanent blindness on him too. Come on. injured. There you go. Getting results. Find it. That's another 4 down on the armor class. Start taking more hits. Still going after Hakihashars. Come on. Okay, you're not gonna be defeated by me? Okay. Woohoo!
Finally come to. I almost did not believe it when the priestesses told me that your body was showing signs of life once again. Those of you who have survived the return of the such, there is no.
So without control undead, we would have been fucked.
So let us offer then the eternal thanks of our people and an amulet of the Seldarine.
Yeah, the Efreeti could have put out pretty much equal damage to a single vampire. So yeah, think about that. It was definitely a gray area thing, but let's be kind. Let's assume the Efreeti has more strength than a vampire. It has the same attack bonuses. It would may have at most being able to do double damage. Even then, it basically requires a miracle for you to kill him. So with our strategy, it's a tougher job to get everything to work in a way where he won't be able to annihilate the vampires through magic, and we separate him from the demon. But once you get to that point, we have a massively better chance of actually killing him. It is dependent on the slow and blind effect to get regular hits though. Without that, it were pretty much reliant on critical hits. It's relevant because I thought a good way to neutralize the Slayer would be to just use immunity to magic scroll on him. He would not be able to cast magic, but he would still try to go through the script spells, so you would give a lot of time for the vampire group to just attack him. He wouldn't do anything in response. However, they would still require pretty much to get critical hits to hit, so his natural regeneration rate would overcome that. The slow has an added benefit of slowing regeneration. I think it's some kind of a movement rate or some kind of activation rate the unit has that determines the regeneration. That's why if you haste it to increase his number of attacks to attack the fire shield, it won't make a difference, because while he has more attacks, he also has a higher regeneration rate to compensate for that. However, slow only removes one attack. He probably has something like 4 at least. So he would still maintain a decent number of attacks, but his rate of activity basically would be halved, more or less. So the regeneration is not going to be that big of an issue. But yeah, the extra -4 to armor class is also vital. So 50% of the attack started to hitting after that, versus 5 to 10%.
As for the man whom we once knew to the man he became, I feel I cannot help but. As for you, I imagine you are eager to resume your travels once again.
Dependent on having control undead
well.
before
May we
finishing
look forward
Shadows
to your
Bond
return
though.
in the future, should you desire to.
And we had to go to gray territory definitely. There's just no other way to do it. But still didn't have to do direct damage, and this was probably 2/3 of the Baldur's Gate 2 experience now behind us. The last third, the big boss fights are still ahead of us. But I'm surprised we got
end like this
far without breaking our rule. I suppose there's another strength to this. There's nothing preventing us from using that again. However, it won't work against tougher opponents simply because they're immune to low-level attacks like the vampires we have. So it won't work against Melisande, for example, no way. And it's still grey territory, so it can't be our go-to option when things become hard. Okay, do we at least get our spells back? Of course we do. Saving throws and magic resistance versus immunity to level drain. Yeah, not exactly comparable. I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry too much about our first encounter here. I don't want to do it. I'll leave things here. I want to start this at a fresh section. Also, I don't actually recall how long it took me to take down irenicus. Probably quite a long time because of all the failed attempts. So yeah, better keep it separate. I'm pretty sure the domination wands and the like will see us through here. We should have a lot of humanoid opponents for a long time anyway. So control circuits are back on the menu. Yes.